What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Kinda Funny podcast. I am one of your hosts, Nick Scarpino, alongside New York's finest, Roger Picorni.
I've been doing 100 push-ups a day.
Have you?
I've been doing it in this office. I've been going out to the parking lot and just banging out 100 push-ups.
You just banging out 100 push-ups a day?
No, but like 20 at a time.
You're doing 20 stacks a day?
Just intervals.
I'm proud of you, man.
Intervals.
I'm proud of you because you decided that you wanted to do a push-up, and that has led you now to 100 push-ups.
100 push-ups.
Mm-hmm. And I think the question on everyone's lips, where are we at with pull-ups?
I'm at one. I'm at a one. Solid one.
Can you do solid one?
I can do one.
That's all you need for that presidential fitness test in school.
Is that true?
Yeah, I never could do it.
That voice you hear, ladies and gentlemen, is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Greg Miller. Now, I know what you're probably saying to yourself, chat, and the listeners. Doesn't Greg usually host this when he's on it? No. Greg has had a long 4 days, so he asked that he just gets to be a guest on the podcast today and let me host, which I'm fine with.
I'll take you on a ride.
I feel pretty good about it. I can't wait. I can't wait. You're in a loopy state.
I can just grab the stick whenever I want to.
No.
That way, go that way. You know what I mean?
And rounding
I'll
out
tell you, nothing makes me more angry.
What is it?
Than looking at, and I don't even want to say old photos of Roger. You know what I mean? Just photos of Roger. Because at some point he just, he became this fit man.
Yeah.
I don't even know when it happened because when he joined the company, he was one of us.
Yeah, exactly.
And then somewhere along the line, I think he just looked at me one day and he was like, I don't want to turn into that.
Yeah.
Can't be that.
I don't want to be that.
Being back to back with Greg really kind of you see the future, right? You see where you're going. It's like, I got to take a left turn. I got to become, I don't know.
Better.
Yeah. I don't know.
Just a better human being. Rounding out the quartet, of course, it's Christmas in June. Joey Noel, how you doing?
I am nervous. Like, you have now Nick being in charge of wrangling Greg is a scary time. Why is your tongue out?
Greg was doing the tongue thing. I don't know.
That's what we do.
I like to lick our lips.
We're the old man. We got coffee.
Lick
We're here to tell some
our
stories. You know what I mean? Let me tell you. I turned out. You know the Starbucks eggs bites. They're bad for you.
Didn't know.
Didn't know. I was warming them up today for breakfast, and I flipped the box over. I'm like 65% of my daily cholesterol.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Sodium?
Well, they are
bad.
eggs. They're eggs.
But and bacon and cheese.
But a
a
lot of
lot.
sodium. A lot of sodium.
One of the reasons
I was
that
getting ready to eat 4. I cut it to 2. I was like, all right.
I stopped getting those in the morning only because I think they have a lot of preservatives in them as well.
Well, sure, yeah.
That was the other reason. I started making eggs, and then now I just skip breakfast altogether because I'm very, very lazy.
I can't do that. I tried to be
way.
recently the skipping breakfast guy, and I remember, I think it was Tuesday last week, so one day into my journey, I had one successful day of not eating breakfast.
Can we call that a journey?
Yeah, I mean, it's the start of a journey.
Okay.
And then by, I think it was maybe like 11 a.m., I was like, you know what? I need to drink a bunch of soup that's in the fridge that I've been leaving there. So like that became my breakfast. So like,
wait,
I'm just not that guy.
You needed to drink the soup because it was going bad?
No, because I was just so hungry.
Oh,
I was freaking
something.
out. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
I just became so like ravenous.
Yeah, I can't do it either. Can't skip. I have 2 breakfasts usually because I'll do like the Jen
morning
breakfast
breakfast
at
and
home.
afternoon breakfast.
But like Jen is literally like, I want a piece of toast with peanut butter. I'm like, I can get to the car maybe before I'm hungry if I eat that. You know what I mean? But then secondly, drink the soup. You don't eat the soup. Soup's a beverage to you?
Well, I mean, the way I'm putting it in a mug.
I think it depends on what kind of soup.
What kind of soup?
It was like the sweet and sour from Spicy House.
That's a drinkable soup.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it has like tofu.
You're taking a cup of it and you're drinking it for sure. Yeah.
It doesn't not like lumpy or anything. I mean, it is lumpy, but it's like a soft lump.
Oh, Greg doesn't like soups
Not making
at
it
all.
better. Not making
It's
it
like a
better.
soft
You know what I
lump.
mean?
It's not like chunky soup.
Had Rooster and Rice over the weekend. They give you a bone broth.
Bone broth. Come on.
Do you like bone broth?
I do like. It's just,
But you don't like
just a
soup?
liquid.
Isn't that a soup?
Yeah, but again, I like a
Just no
tomato
liquid.
soup occasionally.
Okay.
I like ramen. I like chicken noodle if there's
So
no
you're-
carrots or celery in it.
So just
Well-
literally chicken and noodles?
Yeah. Why we get in the way? It's perfect.
First off, celery
It
is
is not-
disgusting.
It's called chicken noodle soup. It's not called chicken
celery
noodle and a
is
bunch of
so
bullshit
not-
vegetables.
I guess it's true. Cooked celery is the opposite of carrots for me, right? Where if the cooked celery is like if it's very malleable, if it's easy to chew and like kind of compresses in your mouth,
Gets
just like a
rid of
mouth
the
mash,
stringiness.
then you're fine. The carrot, on the other hand, if the carrot's too soft, that's where I start wanting to throw up in my mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
Just
care
a
about
skosh.
that.
We have a great topic, ladies and gentlemen, for you today. But of course, if you didn't know, this is the Kind of Funny podcast where each and every week 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather around this table, each bringing fun topics for your amusement. Of course, if you like what we do here, please consider supporting us with the Kind of Funny membership on either Patreon or YouTube to get all of our shows ad-free, watch us record them live, and get a daily exclusive episode show. That's really, really cool. And man, I've been enjoying it. You can get all the Kind of Funny podcasts for free with ads, without exclusive content on YouTube and podcast services around the globe. Hey, if you do that, and you're watching us for the first time or the 13th time, you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We got all our stuff on one channel now, and it's awesome, and it's very, very, very cool. If you're listening to this podcast services and your mom doesn't know who I am, hey, tell her I said what's up.
Isn't she so lucky?
Your mother loves me.
That is the
we're not
problem.
even gonna go
That
into
is
that.
the problem.
We're not even going to go into that. Shout out to our Patreon producers, Carl Jacobs, Nathan Lamoth, Kieran Lindner, Fargo Brady, Alex J. Sandoval, James Hastings, and Casey Andrew. You guys are all amazing. We appreciate you very much. Today we're brought to you by BetterHelp, but we'll get to that a little bit later. This isn't actually the topic.
Oh.
We started this off, and Joey said, I don't like grape. And I said, well, how can you not like grape? It's the best juice.
Oh.
And you went, ew.
I did.
Real quick, are we talking about grape flavor or the fruit?
I like grape the fruit. I don't like grape flavored things.
Okay.
When
Including
you
grape jelly. I don't know where that falls in
Grape
the
jelly
is
is
it
amazing.
actual
It's the best
grapes or
jelly.
not.
Yeah, it's the
strawberry's the best jelly.
Yeah.
But they don't make strawberry juice.
That's true.
I think you would just
Market cornered. Let's go.
And it's always like a mixture if it's a strawberry, right? It's like a kiwi
Pine orange,
straw.
banana,
Yeah, exactly.
strawberry.
They
which is
don't
bullshit.
think Big Juice doesn't think that strawberry is big enough to stand on its own.
We
And
can
this is a
start
travesty. Strawberry juice.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's because it's too small, but then they make pomegranate juice, so clearly
Joey,
that's
can
not
we
an
put
issue.
out strawberry juice on the merch store? How do we do that?
Uncle
hand
Nick's,
squeezed.
Uncle
We don't
Nick's
have
Country
our
Time strawberry
food
juice.
handler's license, which I think is
All
okay.
right, we got some Dr. Smoothie here.
That's crushed
That's a
strawberry.
smoothie, though. That's
But
not.
it's-
That's a
is it-
smoothie.
is it a smoothie?
$17.
Let's start. Here's what we do. We soft
That
launch
looks it looks like they made it to make a smoothie.
Let's
This
do
looks
a strawberry juice stand outside and see how many people we can get.
I
There's
think
an
we
ice
can do
cream
that.
man. There's a taco truck. People are gonna be thirsty.
What's our price point for one Dixie cup of strawberry juice?
As a man who has to buy so many berries
Why are
because
they
he
so
has
expensive?
a child, they are so expensive.
cherries are $9
Children or berries?
this year.
Well, they're all, it's one of the same at that point. So we could go to Costco, find out there what the running rate is on the big crate of Driscoll, because that's what I get. I'm getting the big old crate of Driscoll strawberries.
Yeah.
Driscoll, you want to sponsor and send me free strawberries, let me know. And then from there, we have to just figure it out. Yeah, the manpower involved, because you figure we're going to have to get, so you get that. We're going to have to get one of those plastic kiddie pools. Mm-hmm. We're going to have to get the strawberries in there. Kevin's got to stomp.
Yep.
We need Kevin
You
stomping
know.
these berries 24/7.
Kevin, stop it. People are like this. Why does this strawberry juice smell a little bit like cigarette smoke? We're like, don't even worry about it. Don't worry
Found a
about
nail
that.
in it. Oh, well, he was working
This
on
is
his
great.
bathroom
This is
wall when he
great.
was doing it.
Kevin, how long do you think it would take you to like smoosh a container of strawberries with your feet?
With my feet. Not long.
You got to ask the real question. though.
45 seconds.
Because
No.
Kevin,
45 seconds. Dang.
easily.
You said a
Well,
container? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's accurate. I don't think
but this is Kevin that we're
because Kevin's
talking
gonna.
about,
Yeah.
right?
But like to the way that we want it though.
Well,
you know what I mean?
you
Like
gotta smash them, and then you gotta like put it through the strainer. So it's like
That's
there's
true.
there's other
Cheese
steps.
sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, cheese.
But this is what I'm saying. This is Kevin we're talking about.
Yeah.
Right. Somewhere in his garage, to Paula's dismay, there's got to be some sort of industrial juicer that he bought a long
a good
time
point.
ago
Good
that he
point.
could just bring to this party.
That's
Am I
true.
wrong?
No,
Kevin?
I wish I could tell you guys that I own a cold press.
Ah, that'd be so cool.
a juicer. I really want. I mean, I've got the thing where it's a big, essentially a big food processor. You put the fruits in and you press it down and it goes yeah.
Close
That's
enough.
it. That's
That's
all
all
you
that's
need.
what we wanted.
That's
Done.
not the same. We need a cold press, guys.
I didn't even know there were different types of juice.
No,
course
the thing
there-
he was
Joey,
explaining. I was like,
Can't
Tell
you
her
reverse
how-
engineer the sous vide?
You reverse engineer this. That's amazing. Oh man, how you feeling, Greg?
I'm tired, but I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You got that energy in your eyes. Still.
Yeah, I do. Well, it's the fun SGF energy is the fun E3 energy. It's just a weird kind of outlet for it because it used to be that E3 would be a week long, so you'd be in LA and you'd all have weird energy. So it's weird to be here with weird energy, Nick, and be all over the place. But here's what I was thinking today as I drove in and I podcasted in my head. I was saying, a lot of it's always, oh man, I've said this before on Greg Ways. People are always like, oh man. Work to live, don't live to work. And I live to work. You know how much I fucking love my job. But even today's pushing it. Where it's like, shit, like, I am old enough now that I'm like, I didn't have a weekend and that fucking sucks. I am hurting right now. It's just like, last night, struggling to stay awake till 10 and then just fucking be done.
Yeah. What time did you guys fly in yesterday? You guys kind of in the morning, right?
Yeah, we were the 10 o'clock flight, 10:30 flight. So we got
and it
here
wasn't
like,
delayed.
No,
historically
nothing
and
like
hilariously this
that.
time?
Yeah, no, thank goodness. Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, I'm proud of you guys, man. You went hard. So you were at Summer Game Fest all weekend, right?
Yeah.
Leaving Friday, came straight in here, did like 5 shows, and then I put my hand on him. I was like, now your watch has ended, and he's like, no, I'm doing the podcast today. I was like, fuck yeah,
Yeah,
let's
I
rip
mean,
the cord.
it's not that you need me. It's just I think a 4-person rotation's better than 3
Yeah.
any time of the day. You know what I mean?
more
Plus,
is
this is a
always
fun
more.
combination.
This is
Yeah.
when do you get to actually hang out and talk to Roger?
Never.
Too much actually. It's Joey the one I don't talk to. Nah, I
Joey
love
and I hang out
Roger.
all the
Everyone
time.
knows I love
Never
Roger.
talks to me.
Joey, did you get your pet Diablo yet?
No, I've been a Destiny brain. That's all I,
I understand.
had.
That's understandable.
Played all day. Well, played most of the day Friday, all day Saturday, a good chunk of yesterday. We're on
Goddamn.
the second to last encounter of
Wow.
Final Shape, but we're doing it on Legendary, so it's taking us
Oh
way
sure.
longer.
Oh wow. Look at you, Joe.
I know. This one encounter is really hard. This whole thing is tough.
Yeah.
Nick fucking hates Destiny so
he
much.
hates everything.
Here's why.
Oh,
Chris
hold on, we got a
Sanko.
juicer here.
There we go.
Oh.
What's this juicer all about, Kev? Is the one I would
The
you?
cold press?
Do I
Yeah,
need
this
it?
is the cold press.
You want me
Oh,
to
that
fire
looks
off?
really nice.
Is it from Pure Juicer? Pure Juicer.
I don't know. I just put it on.
You find out
TikTok.
who I need to hit up on Instagram. I'll get us a juicer.
Okay.
I can't wait. Sorry, and I do want to talk about Destiny 2 for a second, but Joey, I do want to go back to it for a second. You don't like grape juice?
No.
When you were a kid, you didn't like grape juice. It's like the
No.
sweetest possible juice you could get.
Grapes, my favorite fruit. Grape juice, grape flavored things, my least favorite.
What's your favorite juice? Other than
Passion orange guava? Probably. That's getting kind of like fancy.
that's too bougie. I'm talking when you're a kid. They put
Normal
the
ass
box
juice
in
is
front
apple
of you.
juice.
Apple juice is pretty good.
Apple juice is underrated. Somewhat.
Couldn't drink apple juice for years after I mixed hot cocoa and threw up on the bus.
Wait, what?
Why did you do that?
You-
Why would you do that?
Hot
orange.
chocolate and apple juice.
So we were
What's it
at
like,
lunch.
Like an apple
Okay.
cider.
We were at lunch, and I was just trying to get some yucks out of the other second graders or whatever it was. And so I had an apple juice, like box, like a high C box that I
Yeah.
opened up, and then somebody had the hot chocolate packet, and I mixed it in and stirred it up and drank it. And then I was fine the rest of the day, but then on the bus, I don't know, something happened. I took a turn too fast or whatever, and I was just puking in the aisle there. You know what I mean?
You know, it's funny because I've known you for quite a few years now.
Yeah.
And every time you tell stories of your youth when you were a kid,
Yeah.
and I see that image of you from when we watched your home videos,
Sure.
I think of you as Ralph from The Simpsons.
Sure. Oh, Ralph Wiggum. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see that. I can see that. That
Just
tracks. That tracks.
Tying himself to a tree to light himself on fire or do something
Yeah.
crazy like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
amazing
think
that you made it this
that's
far.
the apple juice's fault, though.
I
Like, I think
no.
it's unfair.
This
Okay.
this wasn't like
But it was
me,
traumatizing.
like, oh no, it was like you smell it, like I gag, like that
what,
kind of thing.
What about hot cocoa though? Did you?
No, because I mean it was the powder, right? So it wasn't like I was the hot cocoa had made me. The apple juice flavor had been very present, both down and up. You understand? Down and up.
Okay. Okay. Now I get it. I get it. Didn't get it before, but now I get it.
Thank you. Grape juice, yeah, I'm the same. Well, I mean, like I'm not a juice guy. I don't think I was a juice guy as a kid. I was a Kool-Aid kid. Shocking, no one probably, right? But it's like I don't. Grape in general, I feel like has fallen off. Even as a
Yeah.
fruit, sometimes I'm like, you're too much work.
was the best.
What?
You got
How is it too much?
They're in
you
a
gotta
bag.
wash
The
them.
bottom of the bag's got like they're moldy and soft now or whatever. You gotta
You don't take 'em out of the bag?
They wilt real fast. I don't know.
It's the easiest thing to clean. The
Yeah,
bag
I
comes
was-
with little holes in it. You just run it under the water, pretend like it's clean, and stuff it in your mouth.
Yeah, I know.
That's my favorite part.
How
It's
much are we
like-
actually getting done when we
Yeah.
rinse any of this stuff? You know,
I'm
what I
not
mean?
doing anything.
That's always my favorite thing is Lanza looks at me. She's like, "You gotta wash those grapes." I'm like,
Do
"Oh,
you?
sure, fine.
You know,
Yeah,
you want to scrub them.
that's
You
fine."
know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
when you first start buying fruit when you're an adult, and you have that one moment where you're like, I probably should wash this, and you
Oh,
just
yeah.
go,
You guys
are
gotta
those frozen
freeze-
grapes?
You got to freeze your green grapes. It's so good.
My teeth hurt. My teeth are gonna hurt.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
gonna
want
hurt
to.
my
I don't
gums.
like
That's
that.
just
They're
weird.
too cold.
I'll tell you what, I had
You guys are
a
insane. I hate
watershed
all of
moment for me
Oh,
in my life the other
Okay.
day.
Tell me.
Went to my dentist. Now my dentist sold me on the electronic toothbrush
Sonicare, baby.
a long time ago. Swear by it now.
yeah.
Holy crap! If you have any issues with your teeth, buy an electric toothbrush. They're fantastic. But my dentist finally, I finally got a passing grade in dentistry. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't floss, as you know. I just am. I don't know why. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm just vehemently against spending that extra 5 seconds of my day to ensure proper gum health. But I've been going real hard, and she goes, "Oh, you got to go on the inside a little bit more." I go on the inside a little bit more. This last time, she checks in, and she looks into my mouth, does a little
she
mirror,
goes, this isn't the same mouth.
and she goes, "Good job."
Wow.
And I shit you not. I'm fucking blind because I
Yeah,
got the stupid Oakley glasses on or whatever. And I went, and I can't say anything because I got shot. So I pumped my fist, and then I see my tiny little dentist pump her fist too. And I was like, we're fucking working together.
That's beautiful.
And it's just like, hey, we're having a picnic. I'm like, I'm coming to the picnic. I'm one of your best clients.
Are you against the flossers too?
It's not. I'm not against floss at all. It's so hard at this elevated age for me to introduce anything else into my routine. Like the fact that I brush 3 times a day is incredible.
3 times a day?
Yeah.
You brush here? I didn't know that.
No, I don't brush here. I usually, when I get home, I'll brush.
Okay.
And then at night, I'll brush.
Sure.
But I've started doing that more often because when I go to shows, and I go to shows quite often now, I'll go, let's spruce it up a little, wash the face, put a little
Freshen up.
moisturizer on the face, and then
That
I go,
makes sense.
and then you're just aware when your face is clean that your mouth is a pit
I got
of
an oily
disgustingness.
face right now. Yeah.
So you got to get in there and do it. And I think that's really made all the difference. And I also did that thing where my wife talked me into going 3 times a year to the dentist, which I'm like, that's absurd.
Can you do that?
You can. You got to pay for the 3rd one.
Oh.
So I did that for a couple years, and that has made a lot of. And now my dentist is like, you can go back to doing 2 a year.
Oh.
Yes,
Nice.
that's pretty badass.
Yeah, I hate going to the dentist. I'm afraid of it. Last time I went to the dentist, they found 11 cavities. It was a
maybe if you
heartbreaking
went-
situation.
Did you
More
know
often.
that your teeth hurt?
No,
Okay.
no. That's the issue here.
Were
It's
they
like,
like baby cavities?
yes,
It was probably a scam, is what it was, right?
a little bit. So I went to one dentist, and they were like, "You got 20 or something."
We
like
found
that.
cockroaches
Yeah, exactly.
living
And
in
then I
your
went to
teeth.
another one. They were like, "No, you got half that. Like it's bad." It's like it's not the end of the world. But the thing is, like, I went to one dentist my entire life as growing up. It was like a real cheapo dentist. My parents were like, "Oh, we got a deal. We know this guy and everything." And he had like the old school.
We got a deal. You don't want a deal.
Yeah,
on your
no,
dentist.
for
you don't
real.
want that guy.
But like he had the old school X-rays that like he had this machine that would like whirl and shit,
Oh,
and he would put it
Jesus.
right by your fucking face, and he would like manually look at it and be like, "All right, you look fine." And then and then I went to my first adult dentist, and they were like, "No, like you're not fine. Like you definitely have some cavities here."
I go to my dentist first off, and she wheels in this new machine, and I'm like, that's pretty. It looks like
was talking to
what are the ones you look at babies at? What are they called?
Ultrasound.
Ultrasound. I was like, is that an ultrasound for my teeth? Are we gonna
She's like, no, for your
ultrasonically
baby.
clear? She goes, yeah. She's like, you're pregnant, Nick. It's mine. She goes, I'm gonna scan your teeth. And they do a 3D
yeah.
scan of your
cool.
mouth, and I'm like, "That's so cool." She's like, "Yeah, if you ever need, we'll do it every time you come in, and you can see how far your teeth have degraded
Oh,
in like 10 years." I'm like,
fun.
"Cool, that sounds
That wasn't
terrible.
as
Yeah.
nice.
Let's
Maybe don't show
maybe
that
not do that."
Currently, the dentist is I'm cursed. Like, I don't mind the dentist, never have. I love the dentist. Every time I schedule the dental appointment, something happens,
Yeah.
and I end up having to push it.
Horrible.
It's become a joke on our calendar, but
Yeah.
it just keeps happening no matter what I do.
I've actually heard you complain about that.
And it's like, I want to go, but you know how it is with the dentist, where it's like, hey, I got to reschedule this thing. All right, see, 4 months.
yeah.
4 months is our next appointment. All right, whatever, put me on line. Call me if somebody opens up. They'll call. I'm like, no, I got to fucking talk about toys then. I can't come. Can't come then.
They
Sorry.
did the coal mines.
I have the opposite relationship with my dentist. Like
Yeah.
we're on a first name basis, and if anything, like if I'm like, oh, my tooth hurts a little bit, I just go in.
That's
I'll
how
like
I am,
text
too.
the front desk, and the lady that helps her out, will be like, yeah, come in like 10 minutes. I'll just rush down there and hang out. Hello.
You're that
Drink some
close.
coffee or something. But pretty cool.
That's helpful.
Yeah, I
That's
mean, I'm
helpful.
a personable guy.
Do you not go to Jen?
No.
Oh.
No. If you are laissez-faire enough with your personal life to marry Max Scoville, you don't get to work on my teeth. I'm
Oh, I
sorry.
wouldn't trust
No.
anyone that married Max Scoville. Are you
You
kidding
know what I
me?
mean? No, thank you. No,
I
thank
don't trust a
That's
man
a-
of that height ever.
That's true. Well,
Never.
that's where because I can just I hang out with her socially enough that I can text her and she'll be like, "Oh yeah, I can squeeze you in this day or whatever."
Hilariously, I do too. Our kids hang out, but I don't. I'm just fucking around. I love Jen.
But their office is like specifically for people with like anxiety around going to the dentist.
Oh.
So that's like why I started going to her because I was talking to her about one time and I was like, I haven't gone so long. COVID. She's like, that's kind of everyone right now. She's like, but then I was looking at their stuff and they're like, they do a really good job of like explaining everything and it's like
Oh.
not. I don't feel like stressed about going to the dentist anymore. I have like a bunch of stuff I need to do.
Look at that. That's awesome. That
Yeah.
sounds really nice.
The other double back would be just how much I want to give the shout out to the flossers, the pre-done flossers.
Oh,
Sure.
they're great.
And how I introduce them, and I know for a fact this will be nails on a chalkboard to you, Nick. I'm sorry, but the way I've gotten myself to do it, like into my routine, is I keep a bag in the car. So when I'm driving home, I'll listen to a podcast, I'll floss there or whatever. And
I
then
don't
put
think that's
them in a
weird. I
trash
just
bag.
I would think it's weird if when you got to work, you flicked them into the same hill that you flick your nails.
my toenails and
Yeah.
my fingernails.
Then I'd
yes,
be
that
like,
would
what?
weird.
Like
That
if
would
I
be
looked out and it was like a Mad Max.
Well, I mean, there's a huge, there's a
post-apocalyptic-
big difference between giving back to the environment and being part of the circle of life.
You think your nails are?
Dude, there's
giving back?
earthworms out there. They're just fucking enjoying it.
Skateboarding
You know what I mean?
down the hill on those things.
You know what I mean?
I know this is well-worn territory, but like,
Sure.
can you explain to me one more time? Like, what do you do? So you go outside and you just
Sit on that little curb.
Do you
Go sit on the
also
little
do your
curb.
toenails?
Yeah, that's right.
in your backyard.
Oh no, here at the office.
In the office, Roger. At the hill in the parking lot of the
Right over
office.
there, man. Let's go.
I was like, why am I not getting a bigger reaction from you on this?
Yeah, I got fed up with it, man.
Fingernails?
I was done with it, man. I couldn't deal with it
I got
anymore.
fed up with it, man. What did you get fed up with? Trying to cut him at home?
I tweeted about this and I've talked to people about it. Just like I got fed up with doing everything in my fucking power at home to cut my nails and still having the shoe get fucking in a
in your
rug.
eye. You're like, how did I
get
my
over
eye?
there? It's like, come on, man. I'm over a sink. I'm in the tub. How are they still getting the fuck out of here?
Why are you
and so I was
doing
like,
it
you know what? I don't know. It's gross to at home. You know what I mean? Like here.
Yeah, God forbid
To be
you
fair,
walked at
this
Golden
is a
Gate
hill
Park.
that no one walks. Like, there's no.
Yeah, if you don't,
access
if
to
you're
it.
not familiar with our office and our hill over there, yeah, it's a hill to a fence. Like there's nothing there,
Basically,
and
yeah.
it's steep
Well,
too.
okay,
Well, it's not
No,
even a
no.
hill. It's a down.
What do you got?
decline.
There has been a time where someone that lives right there has looked up at us and been like, "Why are you looking? Why are you
Yeah.
looking over?" So like,
But-
there's a chance.
Well, for the record, if that shit happens, I'm popping off. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? I invite conflict like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But
The
again,
devil's
this
coming.
isn't what you think it is. You're envisioning me standing, looking into that room of that person's house, doing this. I'm sitting on the little curb.
They can't see him.
I got my little toesies off, hanging out the side.
middle
I'm
of the
doing it
day
there.
in the morning.
Yeah,
like,
well, see, so here we go. This is back to why I floss the way I do, right? Of like, at home, there's just never that window. There's never that gap. I'm never going to be able to, I'm in the shower and I'm like, fuck, I need to cut my nails and I'm already late for work. Fuck. You know what I mean? I think the best is when you can line it up, and because I think of you, Roger.
Yeah.
What if you were bringing in a sheet cake? You fell down the hill. You know what I mean? You rolled into my. Now again, biodegradable,
it is,
and I'm
it's
sure
true.
the animals are making
Is she
nests
cake or
out of
your
it and
nails?
stuff. Sorry, I jumped stories there. Sorry, but he falls down, and I just cut my nails, and he's got a sheet
Oh,
cake,
got
and he
it.
rolls in the mud and the dirt.
When
And
it
he's
gets
got
to my
fingernails.
eye, yeah.
Exactly. So the bonus is always being able to just do it at a hotel. Is there anything better than cutting it at a hotel? Because then I cut them in the sink or whatever, and then if one shoots off, not my problem.
cares?
Same thing when that's where I'm trying to shave all the time too. I don't want these little fucking face hairs all over the house, right?
What did you do during the pandemic?
I did all this shit. I mean, I do it at home. Again,
Yeah.
this is a recent breaking point
Okay.
of there where I stopped at the Walgreens and I bought a toenail clipper and I'm like, I'm just fucking cutting my nails in the office. And I cut these. These are beautifully cut, and these were done at SGF. I'm saving you time and money out there. Don't worry about
But
it.
it's
Right?
just the toenails of it all.
The
Like,
toenails is the fingernails.
I
I get,
I
but
get
having to sit out there and like take off your shoes and socks.
Okay, so just to stop for a second though, Roger, don't you like to go outside often and be in the
do.
sun?
I
there
do.
You go.
And I do push-ups
Same
there,
thing
yeah.
for me. This is similar. This is self-improvement, like the push-up thing.
Yeah. But you just clip your toenails.
General hygiene.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the things I got, and I'm doing it. You know, I'm out there doing it.
I mean,
How often do you do this?
I mean, when I look down, I go, "Fuck, these things are too long." And again, remember, nail clipping falls into the same thing as hair cutting, beard growing. Where I'm just like, this sucks. Why can't we tell our bodies to stop? Like, I get angry cutting my nails. I get angry getting a haircut. I get
what you
angry
should.
shaving. This is a waste of my fucking time. I only have so much time on God's green earth. I got to worry about this shit. And I cut them, and then guess what? You look down. These that I cut at SGF, I swear I cut them 2 weeks ago.
yeah.
And here they are again.
That's how
Like,
life
fuck
works.
off. You know what I mean?
Now, the horrible thing about this,
Yeah.
right? I know you say that you do this at home as well, but there has to be a moment where you're at home, you look down at your toenails, and you're like, I'll wait till
Oh,
work.
do that tomorrow. Yeah.
I'll wait to go to
Yeah.
work.
It'll be a
Cut my
great break.
toenails.
It'll be a great way to break up my day.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you
You know what
what.
I mean?
I'll
In
tell you
between
what.
calls, in between the shows.
You gotta put it on the calendar now.
I can get outside. I'll start doing it. And I guarantee I will. You know what'll happen next? Mike will be out there with me. We'll be cutting nails.
No, we can't.
We're
make
gonna, we're
this
gonna
a
do it.
thing.
We're gonna do it. Once we get him, we'll get Kevin too, and then it's just
Oh,
domino
no,
effect.
no.
I'm so in. Should we buy company office clippers?
I mean, I have my
I think
pair.
everyone should have their
I think we
own.
should have our own too. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna be real
There
though.
are
If
lines we cannot cross in this office.
there's some part of me that's like, I want to get you guys the company office clippers, and they're just gonna have a little bit of rust on them.
Just a little bit.
You know, just a
That's
little
about
bit of
right.
rust. You might get a little rust
Yeah.
poisoning into your bloodstream if you clip too close. What's up?
I would definitely buy a Barbasol container and have it like we just drop it in the blue liquid.
Oh,
We're not
yeah,
using
that's
it.
cool.
Yeah,
Wait,
disinfect
You
it.
always
is,
wanted one of those with the combs and stuff.
I do want one
Yeah,
of
that
those.
is
I
cool.
see. As you know, I am opposite of you.
Yeah.
I look so forward to going to the barber. I love it. If I had all the money in the world, I would do what old like tycoons used to do back in the day, which is like have a standing appointment every morning for the hot
When it comes
towel.
to-
I
and
mean,
the
Supercuts now,
shave.
right? Supercuts has the unlimited haircuts. Tim's always talking that shit
That's
up.
true.
Yeah, but Supercuts isn't like a barber.
Sure.
They don't do hot towels. They
not
don't
an
shave.
experience.
They're not gonna like. Like I had my old barber used to rub my shoulders and a hot stone thing. They would do all sorts of cool stuff they do. And it makes you feel good. It's like self-care. That makes sense. Very relaxing. Which is why I like getting my hair cut on the weekends, because I used to go in there during the week. I'm like, there's too many people. Everyone's talking about stuff I don't give a shit about. I like going in at Saturday, 5 o'clock. There's no coffee left. I complain about it every time, but they never brew more coffee for me. And then I go in and they do the hot towel, zhuzh it all up for you. It's nice. Nice.
Aren't there more people on the weekends?
No, I
Not
mean
at
if you
5
go
o'clock.
if you go at
Really?
3 o'clock or 3 to 5 on a Saturday or a Sunday,
Oh.
there's
The
maybe
morning,
two barbers in
early
there.
afternoon, I think you get more people.
You get a lot of kids on the
But by
weekends.
like 2 or
Yeah.
3, it's pretty empty.
Yeah, which is why I like to go. But it's too fucking expensive in San Francisco. Everything's like all the haircuts is ridiculous. So anyway,
I go to my
live for
parents
that.
to get my hair done because I'm like, I'm not paying. Like,
Does your mom do
double.
cuts?
No, like I get it done in my hair. Would you like my mom to cut your hair? Is that what you're?
Honestly, if you were about to say that, I was like, oh, I'd be interested. You know what I mean?
Drive up to Sacramento or whatever. That would be
Listen,
amazing.
my parents are retired now. We can bring her down once a month. She just does everybody's haircut.
And that's the bummer. Jen cut my hair right before SGF. Jen cuts my hair.
Yeah.
And she thinks that it's such a quality bonding experience. And then every haircut, she's like, I hate that you look so angry. Because I'm just like,
I know that
I'm
face.
fucking 300 miles away staring into the mirror thinking of whatever video game I want to go play.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm fucking getting my
Have
haircut
you
though.
thought about cutting your nails and toenails while she's cutting your hair, and you just get it all done at
Can't
once?
move that much.
Can't
you know
move
that?
it.
You can't
Yeah,
move that much.
you gotta get that sick fade.
Yeah.
Also, Joe, like he's gonna get a nail in her eye for sure.
Apparently.
Jen wears glasses.
Yeah.
Is cutting the hair like a trigger for you, or is it like, is there able to like make this like a quality bonding experience between you two, like listening to an
This
album
last-
together, or like?
No, I guess I'll say this last haircut, I thought we did better, but we were actually both pretty tired and grumpy. It was literally like SGF's tomorrow, we're leaving,
Yeah.
and she was like, fuck, I need to cut your hair.
Aw.
And I was like, no, I'm leaving late. I can just go to Supercuts. And
Yeah.
she's like, I think of it as quality time. Like, all right, fine. And then we sat there and we were both like, just
Yeah,
dead.
yeah, just
You're
mad about
dead.
the whole
You're just
situation.
dead. I mean, I always am mad that I'm doing, not that I'm spending time with Jen.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
But that I am sitting here wasting time. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I have so few hours at this place.
How long does it take?
Not that long.
Okay.
Okay, it's just normal haircut. And it's a guy haircut. So yeah.
Guy haircuts take
15?
15
Yeah.
minutes, maybe 20.
Is there
Yeah.
anything about like your upkeep that you enjoy? You know what I mean? Like, is it picking out the clothes that you wear?
I tell you, Roger,
shopping.
let me tell you a story. Okay. YouTube decides to give money away for absolutely no reason. We
Yeah.
make a pitch, we get that money. Greg gets a show called Up at Noon. I'm like, Greg, we got to go shopping, do some cool stuff for you, right? Greg's like, I hate shopping. I don't want to go with you. And I'm like, we're going to make this a regular thing. I'm going to take you to Levi's. We're going to get you some cool jeans. We're going to do all this cool stuff, get you some suits. We went one time, and Greg hated it so much that I was like, you don't have to do this ever again. He was like, that's
We
fine.
got the suits, we got the jeans, we got the fuck out. And
Yeah.
it was by the end of it, it was when your mom has you at the department store trying to get back
Yeah.
to school clothes. I'm like, I hate it.
He hated
I just
it,
don't
man.
like. I think part of it obviously is wrapped up of being a fat guy.
Yeah,
where
yeah,
just
yeah.
nothing fits the way I ever want it
Oh,
to,
trust me,
right?
yeah.
And I don't like putting stuff on and
But
looking
see,
at
that's
it.
why it's so crazy right now, because oversized is in.
Yeah.
Everyone wears oversized. You don't have to go oversized cropped, but everyone wears oversized. So I'm loving this like renaissance of the 90s coming
Yeah.
back,
Yeah.
because I don't think I fully appreciated how easy it was to hide these little lumpy
Love
lumps right
handles.
here, the love handles, in the 90s, where
Yeah.
everything was just big. Jeans were fucking huge,
Yeah.
man.
Mike's really into that, I hear.
Don't even get me started.
I'm trying to figure out,
Don't even get me started.
and I know Adam Sandler was sort of the analog for it,
Yeah.
but in my brain, and you tell me how far off I was in this. Do you remember the movie Men in Black?
Yes.
Do you remember the first thing you see Will Smith wearing, where it's
Yeah.
like a motocross
Oh, yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
like flight suit
white
tied
shirt.
with big
Yeah.
boots, and it was that
Like
close
an
to what
orange
Mike?
jacket.
Yeah, it was like an orange.
Again, I think
jumpsuit thing.
Kevin's just got to Google.
It's when he's in
Adam
the ad,
Sandler modern day.
Yeah, like that-
that's what it's. This is Adam Sandler walking around. What,
Adam
what
Sandler
restaurant?
basketball
Yeah,
court.
exactly.
Cold
playing
Stone
basketball.
and all that jazz. That's how Mike dressed for SGF.
Was it? Yeah, I mean,
That's the Men in Black
yeah.
look.
I love
Which is a
that.
fire fit, by the way.
Yeah, that's,
That's
a
so-
if he would have looked like that, you would have said, "Oh,
Small.
this is
This
a
guy knows how to-
choice."
yeah.
Yeah.
When you looked at Mike at SGF walking around Playdays on everyone in our sphere, you said, "Oh, they lost your luggage." Oh. They lost your luggage. Oh no, there was a fire at the hotel, and this is all
lost
you.
your luggage. Like we
Do
had
we
to go
have a
shopping
picture
at the
of,
store.
like,
No,
Where is
not to
it?
my knowledge. I think maybe Huber put one up, but it's just the shirt. He was in
I think
Can you
Katie
type
might
in
have done
Adam
something.
Sandler walking
was
around
in
in boots? Like, he's
brand
in boots?
new,
Oh.
brand new
25 seconds.
Timberlands, these huge
Oh, yeah, go get that thing that Andy
sweatpants,
did.
and then a Halo 3 or 4 shirt that's like a size too big, and it was like worn in. It looked like he woke up at SGF, like he slept there and then woke up and he's like, "Well, now I'm just gonna go to assignments." Like it was,
Amazing, but
and again, the problem was
boots.
he's Mike, so he owned it.
Those are
I
great.
know this is
Where it was like he walked up to me and I had just seen Tim. I'm in a collared shirt, the blue shirt. Tim was in his collared shirt open, and then Mike walks by. Hey, homie, what up? And I just burst into laugh. And it was like not being mean, but it was just like, holy shit, this isn't what I saw. Because remind you, and it's Roger will remember this when he gets back. Remind you, we showed up on Friday with the suitcase. And Roger was like, why did you bring that big of a suitcase or a bag or whatever? And Mike's like, what do you mean, Roger? You got to have multiple outfits. I got 2 for tonight. I got 3 for tomorrow. And he's walking him through, I'm going to do this, and then I need an outfit for this, but then I need an outfit for this. And then the outfit in Mike's head for working all day long and seeing all of our peers was looking like Adam Sandler. Like he had $1 billion and didn't give a fuck anymore.
I mean, I love that look.
But the problem, like I said, is that Mike then owned it so much, and Mike is Mike about it, where he was able to talk to everybody
Now,
and
we
be
have-
just fine.
We have an artist rendering of this.
Okay.
No,
No. See, that I wish.
So
that was
dark.
Mike at the event, which Mike looked great at.
So Mike at the event, that's a nice little fit with the pullover, with like the pullover on the thing. Roger, just bring it over to me.
Yeah,
There we
main
go.
cam.
Right here.
Yeah,
So
that
we
is
do
the
have-
rendition. That is the
We
rendition.
do have
Yeah,
an artist rendition of this. So if I can hold this up right here, this is what Mike
and that
looks
is
like.
so incredibly. I think the shirt was black, and the logo of the Halo 2 might have been blue.
Is this what Andy spent his day doing?
This is exactly what Andy. I mean, Andy was on the shows all day.
I mean, he
didn't
crushed
say one
it. He
word.
killed it. That's exactly what it was. That's
That
exactly what it
is.
needed to be.
I mean, here's the thing though. Like, if you just showed me this and said this is what Mike's new style was going to be, I'd be like, that's lit. That's great. I love it.
But even
work
that
boots are in.
seems like. I mean, again, the drawing looks better than the reality.
I'm getting that. I'm getting that from it.
Do you think if he had any 2 of those elements and then a more refined third, he could have pulled it off?
Yeah, maybe.
Like if he had normal pants on or like a shirt that fit right or not brand new Timberlands.
And it's a weird situation, right? Because I know Mike puts a lot of effort into his fits, right? Like monetarily, but also like time wise, right? Like
Mostly monetarily.
yeah, for sure. But
Yeah.
also right before any event, he always pulls me aside like, Slappy, we got to go to Kohl's. we got
to go to Kohl's.
We got to go to Kohl's. We got to
It's
get
always
we got,
Kohl's.
Yeah, always Kohl's
That's
because it's
'cause
right
it's
around the
close.
corner and that's all he
Yeah.
knows. So like he always tries. He always tries. So it's like it's interesting that this misstep happened, but hey, that's what happens with fashion. So it's
Yeah,
like I get
you gotta
it.
take
I
big
get-
swings.
Gotta take big swings. And he took a big swing and he didn't look around and say, "Hey, how did my fit look?" He was just like, "I'm confident." And I have to applaud that. I have to applaud that a little bit.
We got to make sure that we get him something to wear for Tim's wedding that's not this.
I mean, it is blue. It is blue.
It is blue, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to talk about this a little bit more. But before we do that, we're going to take a quick break to tell you about our sponsors.
This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. This year is going by so quickly. I'm literally getting married this month, so I know all about that. When life goes so fast, it's important to take a moment to celebrate your wins and make adjustments to the rest of your year. Therapy can help you take stock of your progress and set achievable goals for the next 6 months. Therapy helps you find your strengths so you can ditch the extreme resolutions and make changes that really stick. Some of my best friends use BetterHelp and love how helpful it can be for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself, and it isn't just for those who've experienced major trauma. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Celebrate the progress you've already made. Visit betterhelp.com/kindafunny today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/kindafunny.
And we're back.
I'm still Googling around. The best I could do is this thing where he's clearly hiding behind Elyse. Can we, Kevin, I put into assets this Instagram post. Like, keep in mind,
Oh,
look
yeah.
at how he's hiding his legs behind both of the Williams.
Fully, yeah.
But
You know
I mean,
what I mean?
that's like
here's the thing though.
impressive.
Like, everyone else is dressed in just normal casual streetwear anyway. So like, why can't Mike flex a little bit?
Because this is I love you and I'm not trying to get angry at you. This was not casual streetwear. This was casual pajamas. This was pajama day at school.
Oh, so he's wearing like legit, like I'm a teenager getting on a plane with my pajamas and my
Yes.
pillow?
Yes,
Which is
yes,
my
yes,
biggest
yes.
pet peeve on the planet. Folks, don't let your children do this. It's very disrespectful to everyone around.
How's that disrespectful?
I don't. Yeah, who's it
Getting on a plane, who
disrespecting?
cares?
And I mean, the fact that you left the house in your pajamas, your stinky pajamas
But,
with your Ugg boot, and then they always
But
get
that's like a
the
kid
kids always
thing.
have no. I'm talking like teenagers. The
Yeah,
kids have.
that's a high school thing.
And it's also
Okay,
not
okay.
they're
There's
not
only
real
one-
pajamas.
There's only
Have you
one person
seen
that
the
has
show-
Cookie Monster pajamas on in
have you
any
seen
given
the
high
show
school.
Lost?
Yeah.
Remember? Just imagine you get stranded on an island and everyone's fighting for their lives, and fucking Joey over there, not Joey, that's a bad word. How about Billy? Billy over there, teenage Billy, can't get away from the smoke monster because he's stumbling over his oversized pajamas because that's all he brought onto the fucking
And that's what
plane.
you just killed teenage Billy. That's what you did. You killed him, Joey.
But here's the other thing.
Do you want to kill teenagers?
Why are you trying to kill this guy?
Lost, fucking Shannon shows up in a tiny ass skirt and this spaghetti shirt dress, and she's just sunbathing with the fucking fuselage on fire behind her.
That was the style of the time.
That was, it
also
was all low
equally
rise.
as impractical.
Absolutely. You wear jeans, comfortable tennis shoes that you can get on and off without having to tie them, full-length socks, maybe compression if you're me, okay? And you bring a light coat that you can put in the overhead. That way, if you
Did
crash...
not disrespect anybody.
To not disrespect anybody.
To make
The
sure.
one- I can't...
Disrespecting
No
people
one
who need
disrespected.
overhead
I
bins.
fucking can't stand it when I look over and I see the wealthy family.
Yeah.
And they're going through their cute. They go, we got all the things to get through. We got all the things to get through. And they got the clear and they got the TSA pre, and I'm just stuck with just TSA pre like an idiot. And I look over and their kids were like, and they all have the neck pillows and their pillow and a huggy thing and this and that and thermostats and all this. And I'm like, and their PJs just look dirty. I'm like, what are you? And they're in UGG boots.
How do we feel about, like, remember when remember we traveled as a team for a long time? Remember when Tim got into the phase of the joggers? Like, he's like, my airplane pants, I'm going to wear these because Big
Hated
Lou
it.
wears them. Yeah, me too.
Hated it. Because Big Lou used to wear like designer joggers. Tim got like MeUndies joggers. No disrespect, but they were MeUndies joggers, and I was like, those are for going to
pants,
sleep.
that's
Like you are
pajamas.
wearing legit
But
pajama
who wants
pants
to
on.
wear uncomfy pants on a plane?
Here's my
We're
big
going
thing.
an hour away. It's to
comfortable.
Orange County. You know what I mean? We're not going to freaking Europe.
I finally broke down, spoilers for the Greg way from a few weeks ago, right? The third reason I wear a hat, of course, is that I'm on a plane. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna be able to not worry about my hair. But like, even that felt like giving up ground to this movement, because I don't understand how uncomfortable everybody's fucking clothes are.
Yeah.
I wear jeans all the time. People are
agree
like,
with
I wear
this.
jeans on a
agree
plane.
with this.
I'm like, what are you talking
You're
about?
getting the wrong jeans
You
if
are
you're
getting the wrong
uncomfortable.
jeans.
Yeah.
You need to break
Levi's,
in your
baby.
jeans. Figure it out. Or go to a thrift store and find like ones that are like actually broken in already.
Or
Like there's
again,
options.
the other day, I go to try on a pair of pants for the first time in a long time. I haven't worn a pair of pants, not jeans, like not denim, actual cotton.
You're wearing some slacks?
pants.
Oh, cotton pants.
Just like a slack of some, I don't know, cotton wool.
Chinos.
Linen?
Yes, it was like a chino, right? And I go to try these on, and they have everything's oversized now. And I'm trying to think, I'm like, am I getting back in oversized? I'm a little late to the trend anyway, but whatever. I go to try these on. They got an elastic band with a little button, and I'm like, oh. And I put them on, and I was like, oh, this is fucking heaven.
Pretty
They
close.
just immediately, I was like, am I even wearing pants right now?
Pretty close to pajamas, right? Now you feel it. You understand.
Oh, you got him, Raj.
You see
Some
now
might
you
call
see
it
the
a
allure.
jogger.
Except they don't smell.
You
like a
are you
bed.
smelling these random people's pants? You don't know.
You ever see someone that's got the pants that they've got and it's got a little sheen on it, like you've been wearing those pants for 3 weeks straight, on and off planes?
No.
Yeah. Here's my other thing too. Here's the thing. Here's what really gets me.
Here's another
Here's
thing.
what really gets me grinding my fucking gears. Is that these kids are gonna go sit on a plane with the pajama pants, get off the plane, go to the hotel, get in the bed with the pajama
know
pants
that,
on.
though.
They're gonna do it. They got out of their bed, they got plane germs back into their bed. You know how much shit
What do you
know
do?
how much fecal matter is on a plane seat? None. Probably not that much. No, what I do is I
as
take my
much as any
jeans
other
off
seat.
and I get in my pajamas to go into the bed. The bed is a clean zone. You got to keep it clean.
But I'm just confused. Like, can't they just have other pajamas? Like,
They're probably not though. That's what I'm saying. I don't think they're doing that. I think they're literally just doing pajama
So
pants.
then, if this
all over
person
the
walked up
place.
to you and said, "Hey, I got two pajamas. This is my plain pajamas, and then I got real pajamas," you'd be fine with that.
I would be fine until they walked away and realized that their fucking pajama pants were on fire because I lit them on fire.
Oh,
Yeah. Watch out. You know what I mean?
You hate to see it.
I hate to see
I
it.
don't want people to be lit on fire for their pajama pants.
Beautiful. This was on Mike's desk, by the way. I was like frantically looking at Andy's desk, and
Yeah.
then Mike's like, "I know what you're
I
looking
need to
for."
save this.
Now, Roger,
What I appreciate about Mike is he doesn't try to come out and defend himself.
No, he knows.
He'll just take the flaw.
He's gone.
He's
He
earned
he
it.
left
That's
a long
it,
time
yeah.
ago. Roger, if I were to ask you, what's the name of that Pokemon? What would you call it?
What?
If that was a Pokemon, what would you call it? What would you name it?
Oh, I'm not good at improv.
Woof.
First step, when someone asks you an improv question, don't say, oof, I'm not that good at improv.
Say like snow bikey or something.
Snowbike is Mike.
yeah, there we go.
Mountain Mike? I don't know.
Yeah,
I pick anything.
Woof, I got nothing.
Swing and a miss in my brain.
Whose line is it anyway?
And then they give me shit when I go to the shelf and nothing's there, if you know what I mean.
just like giving you shit, period.
When I was getting shit.
Pretty true.
Fun question here, ladies and gentlemen, from the Patreon chat. There's Patreon. Oh, here it goes. Here it comes.
A little late.
We're a
Coming
little
in.
late.
Is
but
there
he's
no
here.
photo that exists of your outfit?
I don't think so.
On purpose.
I'm gonna put a bounty out on Twitch.
Put a bounty out. I have a couple of things to say.
I'd like
I
you
have
to
some
clear
fun
the
stories
air.
I want to share. Share this seat with me. Give me one butt cheek.
Give him a butt cheek.
So let's have some fun stories for y'all. One, I thought I looked pretty cool. In
I
my
think you look
mind.
dope. That
No,
looks dope.
There was no full length mirror in the hotel that I could get a look at, nor did I look at myself before I left. So I was like a child walking out. But I did think
Even though you packed an insane amount of outfits.
I had two options, Joey. I could either wear short shorts or I could wear these track pants. So I think I chose right with the
I
track
love that
pants.
like. First off, like I said, you owned it. Like
Thank you. Thank
everyone
you.
I talked to was so hyped about SnowBikeMike. Like
Yep.
it fits the character. But I also just can't let you off the hook with I could have worn short shirt. You could have packed anything else. It's not like
Greg's first thing that he did was laugh at me when I saw and it was a good laugh. It was a fun. But like Greg's first thing I saw him this morning, just a cackle at my expense of what I look like. So that's how we started the day off. A couple other fun things I wanted to share with all of you. Some great TSA stories. As Nick knows, I've really worked on a solid 5. A tight 5 of TSA
Tight 5.
stories.
Yeah, nothing-
Watched a
nothing
woman
TSA loves more.
with a small dog try to send her dog through the X-ray machine. Just fully committed to putting the dog in the bag, shoving it in the box, and sending it down the lane.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
The dog.
You're not
you
supposed
take
to
it
put-
out. You take
You're
it
not
out. You
supposed to
walk
put him in
it.
there? What if the
dog-
dog's carrying a bomb?
The dog was going, and
What if
the
the
man
dog
had
has
to
a
stop
gun?
and go, "No, lady, you take your dog." So then,
How about real talk? How many times do you think they let that one slip by accident and dogs have been
I know
irradiated?
why.
Like the guy's just looking and it's like suitcase, shivering animal.
then the next one, of course, is now I go into the machine where you stand like this, right, and it wands you. I have 2 drawstrings hanging out of my track pants here, and he goes, "No, you have to put those in the side." So I put them inside my pants. He goes, "No, on your side." I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? They're 2 drawstrings. So now I take the drawstrings, I have to hold them on my hip. And he goes, no, you have to have your hands up. I'm like, what do you want from me? So then I put them on like the belt side of the drawstrings, and I'm doing this. What are we doing, TSA? What in God's name are we doing? Let's pull it together. Then me and Greg had a great late night chicken dinner. I don't know if y'all know about this. Did you tell
random
him?
tweet you put out?
Yeah, she's looking for a friend.
Are
There's
you
a
about
nice
to
girl working at a
romance
chicken shop
another-
downtown LA. She needs friends if you want to go hang out with her.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Really, really cool gal.
What was her
really
name?
fun.
I'm looking back.
Karina.
It was a weird name.
Yeah,
she
it's
should
not-
she should fix that if she wants more
It's not
friends.
Karina. It's a
Do you think
Karina
that's
or
the
something like
reason
that.
she doesn't have friends? Because
She just moved there from New Jersey.
Yeah.
She wants to be a
Living up
director.
the
Oh,
Hollywood
does she have a
dream.
terrible New Jersey accent? Is that the reason why she doesn't have friends?
You would never know. You never know. She's
Yeah.
one of
On
those
a
people.
scale of this, where on the scale does she fall of, are you going to marry her like the Spices woman?
Oh,
Or
no,
would
not
she-
like that. But like,
okay.
she could be our friend for sure. One day when she hits it big, she'll come back and me and Greg will interview
Karina,
her.
yeah, Karina.
She's very kind, very nice. Great donuts and great chicken.
Yeah.
Gotta highlight that. And so, of
the
course,
same place?
me and
Yeah.
Greg make the smart decision to go to chicken. Man, so many good stories to tell y'all. It's unbelievable. I'll just say this. Me and Greg, we get it, okay? The other jabronis, they don't get it.
I know that.
Okay? They
I know
don't
that.
get it.
That's why if I ever get invited to SGF, I'll just hang
Stick
out
with
with
us.
you two.
Yeah,
You
that's
always
it.
stick
Yeah,
with
that's
us
the right way
because
to
we
do it.
always
Me
make
and
the
Roger
move
will hang
right.
out with you guys.
So then, of course, I eat well with Greg, which is what you're supposed
We
to
eat
do.
big, all right.
We
I
eat
do the big
big.
chicken sandwich. He does.
I got tenders.
We ordered.
We got
just
bites.
we had to get some popcorn chicken too, just because I wanted that. There was fries.
Fries.
there. Then we got 2 donuts.
2 donuts.
We split them in half, so that's 1 donut. It's
Eat
not
One
bad.
donut.
well,
It's one donut.
right?
We've been drinking all night, of course, but we do this.
I
This
was
is
gonna
post
ask
Giant
if there was
Bomb.
alcohol
If you're
involved in
asking
this, but that-
where we are in the ride, this
Oh.
is post Giant Bomb, post
Jeez.
Xbox.
Didn't drink all weekend and then just hammered 4 White Claws in a matter of like 7 minutes. Felt that one
Was
real
this at
quick.
the
That was
Giant
at
Bomb?
Giant
That
Bomb.
was
Yeah.
on the couch.
But then what
live.
happens is, so we eat big because, as Mike says, you want to be big, eat big, right?
Yeah,
you know
eat
what I mean?
big.
So we eat big there, and then there's the conversation of, JW for the lobby or whatever, and
Love
I'm
it.
like, I'm not doing that. I'm small talked out after being
He
a
knows
Giant
well,
Bomb or whatever. I'm gonna drop Mike off there, so we Uber over there, and the Uber takes me back to the hotel. What happens next, Mike?
Then I go to the JW. I lock eyes with my best friend Andy Cortez because it's International Best Friend Day.
Oh,
and what
so
is my
Andy went to be social, just not
a
with
whole
you guys.
nother story to tell you about those. Andy leaving me in an abandoned car shop warehouse. Like, at least Greg and Tim stood outside and waited for me at Giant Bomb. Andy and Blessing nowhere to be seen. I come out of the closet with Jeff Grubb, and I'm like, Where did everybody
There's
go?
a sentence for you.
It was a crazy time.
Somebody clip that out.
It was a crazy
having
time.
your 7
Clip that
minutes
out.
with Geoff Grubb in that closet, or what's going on?
So then, of course, I lock eyes with my best friend, Nate Cortez. What's the first words he says to me? Oh, I'm really hungry. I'm like, well, that's too bad because me and Greggy just ate big, you know what I mean? And so then I was like, all right, I'll take you out. I know a spot because Corinna, our new friend, said it stays open until 3 o'clock. So I'm mixing, I'm mingling.
So you took him back to the chicken place?
What did we do? We lime scootered. Andy Cortez lived life with me. He said he's never been on a lime scooter, Nick Scarpino.
I've never been on one.
And I said, get ready to absolutely rip it. And so we rent lime scooters. Andy is now just hair blown in the wind. I have great photos of him. He's holding on to his little Xbox jacket. It flies off of his hands. I go, we can go back for it. He goes, no, it's lost to the streets now, Mike. I said, that's the right attitude right there. Just leave it behind. And now, did I get us lost, Nick? Of course. I don't know the downtown LA streets.
Nobody
We were
does.
supposed to be going west. I definitely took us 5 blocks east, Greg. Got lost. I thought I had
It's
it.
literally not exactly a straight line, but like the minimal Z. You know what I mean?
Minimal.
Yes.
And I thought I had it. You know, in my mind, I was like, because I'm not looking at Google Maps. I just, in my mind, I knew it was there.
Why would you?
Took us the wrong direction. We get there, Corinna, excited as all can
I
be to
bet.
see me and Andy. You know
So
what I
this
mean?
is your second trip there in 3 hours?
Less than 30 minutes back again after me and Greg just left her. So she's jazzed up.
And of course, you don't eat again.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I ate with Andy. Yeah, I ate more. I had a whole nother donut, another chicken tender, and some poppers with Andy. I mean, I had to, right?
Poppers?
So,
Popcorn chicken, you know.
Mike's, there's a lot of
Yeah,
references
you
here
might
that we
wanna
do need
delineate
to
between those
clarify.
two.
You guys got to live life a little bit, okay? And so she's jazzed up to meet one of my coworkers that me and Greg had already talked so highly about. Told her how great Andy was, talented. Now Andy's got her going through the Rush collection live, and we're just listening to every Rush song known to man. It was so much fun. Nick, you would have loved it. This girl was getting educated with Andy. It was dope stuff. So then, before we leave, a jabroni is outside with the loudest speaker you could ever imagine. It's like, who's bumping that music at 2:30 a.m. this loud? A jabroni rolls up on his own Segway scooter, speaker this big on a little scooter. He rides and he goes, hi. And Corinna clearly knows him. He must be a regular there. She goes, do you want your evening latte? And he's looking at her a half lost, like, no, I'm up right now. I'm pretty energized. I don't think I need anything. And she's just kind of being polite to him. And he goes, all right, I'll see you later. And before he even leaves the shop, he hits play. And now we're all inside this little box just banging music, right? And then me and Andy
Sounds
Cortez.
like hell.
You sure you want to
was
hang out with us at SGF?
It was hell. And then, of course, me and Andy have to take our ride back towards the hotel. And a
Did
couple
you guys
of...
lime scooter back?
Oh, yeah, of course. But they upgraded the batteries, so now it goes faster. You know what I mean? So
As well it should.
Yeah.
20 miles an hour is not enough.
I was going
for
easily
ripping around
27. It
sidewalks.
was
No
a great
reason for
time.
these helmetless fucks to be going slow.
Brain damage, overrated. You know?
So I almost near crashed twice.
Yeah.
You know, I think God was touching me that time because like I should have gone head over heels a couple times. I was saved. But then at the end, we got towards our hotel and you hear the loudest crash and boom you could ever imagine. If it rocked the greater downtown area that it felt like a bomb had went off, Roger. Like truly and honestly, I thought we were going to get hit by a bunch of dust like in the movies and a building was going to be falling down. And we roll up and this guy like came rushing at us on a lime scoot and then these kids were all panicking and we roll up, we were like, what the fuck just happened, man? And the kid was like, that guy in the lime scoot was like, you want to film something, film this, and then just tore off on the lime scooter and the thing exploded, right?
The
And so-
lime scooter?
No,
Oh.
something in the dumpster. And so it must have been
I
a
think he had
firework.
cherry
Oh, you
bombs.
threw
He
a
had
But
cherry
bomb.
we
bombs.
truly thought it
Got
was
it.
a bomb. Now, mind you, there's 4 kids all stunned. We're stunned. There's a couple who was absolutely stunned, like, do we need to call the cops? And then there's a parking lot that's even closer to where the bomb detonated of just people partying, not even caring. They're at their car drinking,
LA,
they're having a
man.
good time. They were unaffected by what just. It was so loud and so it shook my world so hard that my heart hurt. Like we just watched like a natural disaster.
Your heart
type
hurt because
shit.
of that or because of the chicken?
A lot of chicken and drinking. That's right. But I didn't feel good on that. So then we keep driving. Another one blows up. This time we're standing next to 2 cops. We're like, you going to do something about that? And like, yeah,
Absolutely
we'll
not.
figure it out. And we just kept riding.
Cops in downtown LA are like, nah, we don't care about anything
Not
anymore.
Fantastic. You know what I mean? Me and Tim, we show up to SGF at 9:30 in the morning. First person I see, hip hop gamer. You know,
your best friend.
we're
Your
screaming
best
in the
friend.
parking lot. We're having a good time. Who's next to us? the GOAT. You guys won't really care, but Miyazaki is right next to us, right? The Elden Ring man. And so it's a big deal.
Yeah,
Who do we walk into at the front door? It's Andy Cortez. And I look at him, I go, you going to go up there and ask for a photo? You going to talk to him? Oh, no, Mike, I don't think. It's like, Andy, come on, man. The guy's right there. We got to say something to him. He wouldn't do it.
Did you say something to him?
No, I just nodded my head at him. I give him
That's fair
I'm like,
enough.
Andy, this is your chance to be a voice actor
I
in the
think,
game.
You
Get
know,
up there and
there's
schmooze.
this could have been a podcast all to itself.
It should have been,
Like
I
my
know.
stories, you know what I mean? But in reality, I think the real conversation we need to have is about Geoff Keighley. Now,
Tell me.
Was there another
me.
interaction?
It's,
there was the
it's all
best
to you.
interaction.
I heard about this yesterday.
It's all up to you.
I need to know. I need to
so
know. Wait, stop. Is Tim going to be...
Uncomfortable. I'm not
Never mind. Go
serious.
ahead.
We have more chairs.
yeah, get another chair.
Get your butt in there.
So it's SGF.
You can share my chair.
We have one day to see all the games. We're running around. We're doing our thing. We're having a great time. At some point in the early afternoon, I am crossing over there to actually go ask Mike a question. Who's got his back? He's over by the bar, and I get intercepted by the one, the only Geoff Keighley. Assisted Jen because she screamed my name because I didn't hear her. I was so beelining to Mike. And I come over and I start shooting the shit with Geoff. We're having a nice little conversation there or whatever. And then Tim comes over to get me to go to our next demo. And he's like, oh, hey. And Tim's like, oh, hey, Geoff, great job with the show, man. And Geoff goes, well, I'll have to listen to the podcast and see. I have to see how you guys rated it. And I was like, no, you're great. It was great. It was mostly 6s, a couple 7s. Mike gave it a 4. And Geoff goes, Mike gave it a 4 out of 10? I'm like, yeah, 4 out of 10.
Be honest.
And he's like,
honest.
what was his complaints? I'm like, I don't even remember. You know how Mike, the games didn't speak to him. He's all about the shooty. And I'm like, I got to go. I'll talk to you later. Mike, how the
And of
rest of your
course,
night go?
as many of you know, my goal this year has become best friends with Geoff Keighley. That is something I wanted to do. And I always make it a point to go up to him and appreciate him and say thank you for having us. The whole team and I are very happy to be here. So we had a great morning until Greg said that, right? Because it was just, he was unaware. We were dapping each other up. It was nothing but smiles. It was like, hell yeah. Then we go to the Xbox mixer. We're having a fantastic time. Now,
How did the vibe change from the morning?
Mind
to
you,
the
I've already
Xbox
seen
mixer?
Geoff twice, so I didn't need to go for a third. I already did a great job, right? So I'm having a great time. We're vibing, we're chatting. And who is the last person I see before we walk out the door? My main man, Geoff Keighley. And you know I had to say thank you one last time because it wouldn't be me without thanking him. I walked right up to him. I said, Geoff Keighley, man, thank you so much for a great weekend. We truly appreciate it. And he looked at me and he said, so 4 out of 10, Mike. Really? And I said, Geoff, you did a great job on the showcase. A lot of the games, they just didn't speak to me.
Beef continues.
He looked at me and he said, oh, yeah, Mike, well, what do you like? And I go, I'm a basic guy. I like Call of Duty.
We like Call of
and
Duty,
he
Geoff.
shook his head and he looked at me and goes, you should have gave it a 6 out of 10, Mike. And starts walking away. And I go, no, Geoff, I told everyone we'd be best friends by the end of 2024. And he looks at me and goes, that's not going to happen now. And just walked away from me. And that was the end of my Geoff
God.
Keighley weekend.
Oh my God. That is perfect. That makes me so happy because there's nothing SnowBikeMike wants more than to be liked by everyone.
Yeah.
And the fact that the luminary in our
My
industry,
man.
like Geoff doesn't like you, makes me fucking so happy. It makes me so happy.
And so I'm hoping that we can rekindle this
It's
bond.
never gonna
We can be
happen.
friends.
That-
I think we will. I think he's a
From
great
now
guy.
on, every
He's friends
time
with me.
Mike gives a score on a Game Awards, you're going to you're like, see, when we get to December, it's going to be like 11 out of 10. This is great.
Do they know about the Sarah Bond stuff?
Sarah Bond one as well was a very good one. I saw Sarah Bond. Finally had to convince.
Have you heard any of this?
No.
Oh, you gotta
Start from the beginning,
Finally
Mike.
had.
No, you
so
gotta start from the beginning.
last year when we saw Sarah Bond,
Okay.
she said, "Mike, it's great to see you. You know, I love when you post photos of you and your family. It's really, really beautiful." And I didn't have the heart to tell her I don't have children, and so
Yeah.
I simply nodded and said, "Thank you so much. That's really awesome of you to say that." 'Cause,
So
you
she
know,
doesn't. She was mistaking you with someone else.
probably Gary or someone.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
That makes
And
sense.
so I smiled and nodded through that. That was our only interaction for the whole year. And then this year I see her. Say, what up, Sarah? It's great to see you. And I said, Sarah, I have to come clean.
No, she asked you again, didn't she?
Oh, yeah. She said,
She's like, it's good to see you, Mike. How are your children?
I said I had to come clean, Sarah. I don't have children. I'm sorry to tell you this. And then I said, I'm so sorry. I don't have children. You thought of me as someone else.
Such a simple mistake on her part
Yeah.
then turns into him having to apologize for lying about having children for a year.
This is an episode of Friends. At a certain point, Greg could have said Mike cast 2 kids to come up to him at that point.
I was gonna say,
Dad.
right, the future, the
I
way
would
you should have done
believe
is let
Should've.
Ben one day, like when there's an SF Xbox event, Mike walks up with Ben. It's like, hey Sarah, I'd love to hang out more, but I gotta change him.
And so,
Can
that's
we
how
do that
that
next
one
time
wins.
anyways, just to throw her off?
Make her think she's half dimensions.
How is it that you are the only person that comes back with these stories?
I mean, I think they all got some. I hope. You
No,
know what
yeah,
I mean?
for sure.
I hope
No, but
everybody
Mike's
has their
always the
own.
one that comes back with like that. It's because you're too nice to actually set the record straight. Remember, wasn't it? Was it SGF last year where the guy in the bathroom
Yep.
was like, with the hey,
Oh,
I know
yeah,
that.
and
And you're like, I
couldn't
know
tell-
that, and you didn't want to tell
you
him.
know, he had a recognizable voice, Nick. You know what I mean? And
I get
There's
it.
so many faces. They're flashing.
Oh,
at you
you're
left
talking to
and
the.
right.
I can't
I
remember
recognize
anyone's name
that
or
voice
faces.
anywhere. How would you know my voice? We've never,
Never
met.
met before.
Come on.
Come on, guy. Come on. I'm right there with you, Mike. Oh my
How was I supposed
god.
to
Now,
not
for the
know?
record, I walked around and I'm doing my due diligence, checking on PR people and developers and even stuff I didn't see. And the amount of them that I'd be like, somebody came by or this company, they'd be like, oh, it was Mike. He loved it. He was so great. The magic people over the moon with Mike.
Oh,
They're like, he was
loves you,
nerding out
Mike.
about cards and he knew this and yada yada. I'm like, yeah, he's awesome.
That's
I
the thing
love
about
having
Mike is
fun. It's
Mike
a
is a
great time.
pure soul. Mike loves everyone. He loves to be loved by everyone. So that's why it's so entertains me when there are these near misses that turn into a gaping wound.
But that's the thing. You know how Jeff is. He doesn't hate Mike. It's just gonna be a
Not
fun
just like I
story.
give a fuck.
Yeah.
But it's hilarious that
friends.
it's not that
I don't know
it's-
if that's gonna happen.
It's not that it's not on the Jeff side. It's
Yeah.
that I've known Mike for a while now.
Yeah.
And I know that he's smiling right now, but this is going to erode his soul.
I haven't had a chance to catch up with you. You know who has like a bro crush on you? Greg Rice.
My dude.
Greg
yeah.
Rice was like, I talked to someone like Mike. He hikes at all the same places I
Yeah,
go. He
I
goes
owe
to the same
Greg Rice
beaches.
a call.
Why, we gotta hang out. I'm like, yes,
We
you do
gotta
have to hang out with
He's
him.
my
Yeah,
dude.
you do.
We should.
Yeah, that's my dude. He's amazing. We had a great time. We had French dip at Cole's. Did
Yeah,
you
of
tell him
course.
that story?
No.
Oh my
We had
god,
French
had the
difficult.
best
No one
French
spins
dip
a
at
yard
Cole's.
like
It
you. I was like,
so
yeah, we went
awesome.
out. We went out, had a bunch of beers.
Oh my god! You know they got a cool speakeasy in the back. That's a cool spot. This is a cool spot. Andy put it as like this is a bar out of John Wick because there were so many different like groups of people that were all
love it.
dressed differently, had different
that's
vibes.
so cool.
It looked like John Wick could walk in there and start fucking going wild on it. Right? It was awesome. Then we went to the JW. That was great.
Was this your first trip to the JW? Or you
no,
went last
we
year?
went last year.
Yeah,
Yeah, this
yeah.
one, you know, there's.
Is the
it's-
fig still a thing, or do they?
No, when the Fig did the whole remodel that took forever, it kind
yeah,
of killed that
just killed the
vibe.
vibe.
You'll still find some of the old timers there who have been around forever that still have that
Sure.
attachment, but JW's
The
still
W-
good.
Pool is
where
like
it's at.
only if you're staying there now.
Yeah, they
and
did- they
closed
made
the
that all
back wall- or
weird.
the
Oh,
back
that's a
bar.
bummer. I always look forward to the one drunk person.
And
that
the
actually
JW is
stepped
so
in the pool.
interesting of like when you first walk through the doors, you can't hear anything. So it's like, ooh, is this thing even popping? And then you take 3
'Cause
more
the bar's
steps.
like in the back,
It's
right?
well, it's right behind the front desk, so it's
Yeah.
right there. But if you take 3 more steps, you hear this just roar. And that was the first night where Greg was like, I'm not going to lose my voice. Like, I'm all good on
It's
that.
not even that. I just hate you wouldn't understand, Nick. But as a tall person, like I gotta lean down to hear it, and then it's
Oh,
like it's either
no.
what's
Yeah.
the best thing you saw? When did you get in town? But and I was like, I get enough of that during the day, and then like
the
even
Same
that.
conversation.
yeah,
over
and
and
I'm
over.
just like
The one good benefit to being a shorter person
Yeah,
is
yeah.
that all the sound goes down
Sure.
right into my
Yeah.
little mouse
Yeah,
ears.
yeah.
I appreciate that.
that's why they call them rats
That-
because they hear
shit.
everything. you know
Oh,
what I mean?
okay. That's why they call them rats.
Yeah,
Are you
people
talking
like
about short
you.
people? They call us rats, huh? Is that what you fucking tallies say behind me?
Yeah.
And Nick, I'll tell you, I needed you. Thankfully, I had Greg. Again, big props to Greg again. I told Tim, I said, hey, we're going to go very professional at this Xbox mixer, and we're going to be great. But I need us to really turn on here. So when we get in this Uber to Giant Bomb, I'm going to need everybody to get up, okay? Because we're going to bring some shenanigans. We're going to bring the fun, and we're going to make this an awesome class act of a show, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And we got in the Uber, and I said, y'all better wake up because I need you right now. And, you know, I don't want to point fingers. I don't want to say somebody's
talk
name,
shit about Andy.
but like you
It's
know,
fine.
maybe someone
You
was
can talk
like
shit about Andy.
half stepping me. Like we might not do that, you know. And I
Who was it?
Did he
You
go?
just gotta say
Did he
it.
go? Well, I
And I
don't
said-
know. Oh, was it Tim?
I said we're gonna pound White Claws. So get a 12-pack ready. We're gonna pound some White Claws before we
See,
get
this
on the
is where
couch.
you need me.
And so what happened? We showed up on the couch. Me and Greg start pounding White Claws, right? He's having
living
beer.
it.
I'm drinking seltzers. Poor Andy and Bless, they're just caught in the middle. You know what I mean? They're in the middle of mayhem.
Andy
and it was a
wouldn't
great
chug
time.
that beer, that White Claw, and it was upsetting.
You should watch that. Like Greg,
The live
Greg
stream?
put on for the company and for the city.
I don't even get it.
He put on for the city.
I put on for the city.
That's one of his best performances where I look back and
It was
go,
Ghostbusters Day, 40th anniversary. I had to go.
Greg
gotta go. You gotta
put
bring
us
it.
all in the bag and said, I'm going to
Private.
carry this team right now, okay?
What
And
was
he
with the
did it.
Leaf blower.
Have you seen that image?
No.
Kevin, can you go to my Instagram
Oh my
and see
God,
the leaf
please
blower
pull
image?
that up.
I was inebriated and berating Dan about WWE for a while,
Sure.
Yeah,
and a few
as one
other
does.
things. And I started showing my midsection, and then
beautiful.
You were
Dan,
probably more clothed at this giant bum
Than
than
any other one, yeah. and then
It's
then,
amazing.
Dan busted out the leaf blowers. This is a bit they've been doing this year. He's like, I'm gonna leaf blow Greg, and I'm sorry, blow me, and so he blew me. And there it was. You know what I mean?
There was a
Man.
moment where, Greg, if you're looking out in front of us with all this very expensive equipment of cameras and television, Greg grabbed an N64 cartridge and he said, man, this game sucks. And
WWF
he
attitude,
did ask
yeah.
before, can we break stuff? And I did tell Greg he could suplex me through the coffee table if we really wanted
And for
to
the
break
record, I
smart.
asked Jeff Grubb, what can I break on this set? And he said nothing. So that's why we didn't do that.
We didn't
Because
do
I
it.
was
We
prepared
were
for
willing
someone
to do it.
If someone was going to.
We were willing
If you're an
to
audio
do it.
listener, Kevin showed the Instagram photo of me with the leaf blower and then showed horse teeth.
Yep. There's a big old horse smile.
And so Greg looked at it and he goes, this game sucks. And Dirty Dan in the back was like, yeah, that game does suck, Greg. And he proceeded to Gronk spike this thing into the ground, which then if you're looking
Now I was
forward,
going to say, and this is where like I'm in control. Like I
He's
wasn't
full in
blackout
control.
drunk. I was having
Sure.
fun in the car.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna have a great show. I was
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
I was
Turn
4
on.
bourbons in. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a good
I know
time
that,
when I
Greg.
get there. Yeah,
Yeah.
you do. You know
That's
what I
my
mean? I'm
favorite,
gonna
Greg.
perform. I like that thing. So when we got there, I still had all my faculties. So there is that. Again, I've learned from past mistakes with other shows, not our own. Hey, can I break this? And somebody's
Smart.
like, yeah, sure. I'm like, great. It's all like funny bit, funny bit, and it hits the ground and just ping pong right into the audience, and I was not audience, but all of our peers who have gathered. And I'm like, I'm about to fucking kill somebody.
audience members, a TV right in front of us that just perfectly goes underneath, and then a table with the sound mixer guy, and just boom, right past him as well. It was a beautiful spike. And then some jabroni decided, I'm gonna put a Nintendo 3DS just randomly on the
There's
table.
something
Why?
special about this
Yes.
DDS. It
So-
has every street pass or some shit. I
Yes.
don't know.
This 3DS
It's
is like
special.
historic. It's very special. They
And
said
somebody
to
put
us.
it down as soon as I smashed it. They put it there, and I go, "Can I smash this?" And everyone's like, "No!" I'm like, "All right, thank
Why
you."
would you do that? We weren't talking about a 3DS. We had nothing to do with it besides Greg looking to smash. And the kid puts down like the most important piece in the
I
entire
would have said
area.
you should have just
Greg,
destroyed that.
2015, Greg. That would have been. I would no ask.
Taken up.
It would immediately
See
been
ya.
pow. You know what I mean?
Now, and just watch as all of the
right.
blood goes out of the
Giant bomb's
fucking
done.
faces. Just
They're like,
God.
that's over with.
Oh, man.
Other things, like, I don't think Mike's getting enough credit for being Mike on this trip, as always. The other one I'll never forget is we split up because we have so many people now because it's us, and then Gia had a friend, and then Jenna. We all unite to go to the airport right in the morning. Mike shows up into the line at the airport with 3 bottles of water he's purchased from
Hey, you
the
gotta have
airport. No, you
That's how
don't
you
need
get
that
them.
much
Very
You gotta
water.
have
thirsty.
them.
Yeah.
Right?
How much? They were $6.25.
They were $6.27.
They're more expensive than the
were very
expensive ones you pay
expensive
for across the street.
But here's the deal,
And then
Nick.
he gets to his seat and he starts handing them out.
to you
Gotta
guys.
stay hydrated.
Gotta
Greg.
stay hydrated. Thank you.
Also, I mean, this is
Tell me how
LA,
loud
this
I was
is LA
snoring, too.
extra
I was going
coming
to get to that. Then we're like barely. Well, first off, leaving on the flight, right?
to
Me-
from SFO to LAX.
Yeah, when we went down to SGF.
Yeah.
We're there, and I have my AirPods in. I have them, noise cancellation. I don't hear anything. I'm just listening to a podcast or whatever it is. And then I just can hear him, only Mike, talking. And Mike's 5 rows back, just talking. And I do the head turn, and he's just turning left and right, just talking to these people in his row. Just podcasting with these strangers.
new
He's not
friends.
with Bless or Andy or anybody. Just talking to whoever he's with.
Met Eva. She was very kind. She used to live in San Francisco, now lives in LA. She's an attorney. Great gal. Great gal.
And then,
yeah.
so then I'm prepared for that mentally coming back.
Yeah.
But instead, this is the morning flight after he's been eating chicken till 4 in the morning or whatever, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So instead, what it is
hungover,
like we're not even, like we haven't even, I don't think we're done boarding. And just like, and you look back, just done, straight up in there,
Yeah.
just
It's a fun
snoring.
Yeah,
game
he
of,
left
is
it
Mike
all
awake
on
or
the
is Mike
fucking
asleep?
field.
Yeah, I know. This was out. And again, noise cancel. I could hear everything. I heard
I
it the
mean,
entire flight.
what do you want? Let me ask you this question: You want Mike to keep a little bit for the plane ride home, or do you want to let him
Leave it on
just
the field.
Leave it on the field.
Leave it on the field,
And
for
that's
sure.
what Mike did. That's why you ask for Mike, you get Mike.
You get me.
true.
You get me.
Now, I do want to say, shout out to SFO for being a very, very progressive airport when it comes to environmental stuff, and having a water filling station every 5 fucking feet so that you don't have to spend
Well, I got great news for
$74
you.
on
Los
water.
Angeles has that feature as well.
Wild.
Yeah, so he
Wild
could
that
just
you would
buy,
do that.
bring a
Can't trust it.
reusable.
Can't trust
Remember, of course, we have a filtered water system here at the office.
he hates it.
But every day he goes
Doesn't
and buys
taste
the
right.
scuba
Do you know
bottles
why?
of water.
Do you know why?
He
It's
doesn't
because
drink our filtered water at home either.
what happens
What-
at one
what-
point.
What?
Yeah, I
What are
don't
you
like
doing
it
at
all.
home?
Doesn't taste good.
More bottles of water?
Smart water.
My-
Mike's shelf in the fridge
Smart
is
water.
literally just
Mike!
water bottles.
Mike, what is realistically? What is your budget for water bottles a month? A month.
Limitless. Limitless. It's endless.
It's limitless.
And you never
my
buy it like
God.
in bulk, right?
Yeah, I was
You're
going to say, we could go to Costco with this.
Costco has
man.
good deals.
There was some time I was buying it in bulk, but you know.
I'm gonna
You
get
buy
you.
like the 12 packs from
What if
Yeah.
I got you like the best Brita filter ever, and you just pour tap water into that, and it tasted better than the smart water?
And then
Would
we'll
you
do
like
it. We'll
that?
talk about
The
it.
Costco Business Center sells 2 different sizes of smart waters, which is his preferred water of choice.
I want to give a big
water's
shout out
great.
to James and Elyse Willems,
Miss
who
him.
are just the absolute
started
best.
getting-
You know what I mean? We're
Wait,
so
did you
so
wanna
lucky
tell
to
that
have them in
story?
our life. And so we ended the day Saturday. The goal was to go home, quickly shower and change, and then move to the Academy Museum.
Sure.
For the Xbox party.
Oh my God, we'll
That's
talk
the,
about that.
the
place
Academy
in a second.
Awards Museum, right?
Oh my
This
God,
brand new museum they opened up
unbelievable,
a couple years ago.
And
whatever it
of
was.
course, as you know, when you have a
They're
busy
playing La La
Saturday,
Land
you're
instrumental
moving,
reward.
in the
you're
bathroom.
busy. Maybe I had a French dip. Maybe I took an airplane ride. Maybe I was feeling a little something in my tummy.
Rumbly
you know what I
tummy.
mean? Little rumblings in my
Gotta
tummy.
get some Tums.
And like, now, did I plan to have a quick quiet moment and then into a shower? Of course. But James and Elyse came with us, and Elyse was like, Mike, I need to change into a nice outfit because it's dressed to impress. And I said, Elyse, of course, you can change in my room. Not thinking, oh shit, I need about 15 minutes to myself, please. You
You
know
gotta
what I mean?
blow that up.
So we got into the room, and Elyse and James were so kindly able to change quite quickly and then allow me some private time because I looked at them and was like, here's the deal. You can come into my room, but I need to use the toilet. So you guys have to quickly leave, go stand in the lobby. And they were so good to me. They were like, yeah, okay, Mike.
Your life is a 90s sitcom.
What did I want him to do? Andy wasn't going to let him into the hotel room.
Oh.
Andy just quickly was like, see ya, y'all. Just walked into his room. I was like, well, I have to take them.
He probably had
You
a
know
bunch
what I
of drawings of Gundams.
But with members only jackets wrapped around the drawings is probably what he got to.
And let me tell you, like, he's not fooling on this. Like, this was a small hotel room. Like, even with Jen, where I was just like, well, this sucks. You know what I mean?
Oh, as far as pooping is concerned?
Yeah,
Oh,
It wasn't a separate room. It was in the. It was an open concept hotel room, and they had the weirdest just dividers.
Hold on. I got a photo of the
You got a
dividers.
photo of it?
Nick,
And I'll
the
show you-
dividers had openings. It's not like it was like, oh, you're in a separate room. They're not going to
I
hear
forgot
it. they're
that
gonna
Jen
smell-
took this
it's
photo.
Just an open room.
Shit.
I
What are we
hate that.
doing?
I know I hate that, and I hate whenever the bathroom door is not a securely
It's one
locked
of the little-
thick
The
door.
sliding
Yeah.
I
stupid
hate
ass.
the sliding ones. I'm like literally, I would go like even with my wife, even with D, I'm like I'm not going to the bathroom here. I'm going to go down to the
Yep.
lobby and do it.
Kevin, I sent it to
back.
assets just for the before we even get started. I'm not naked, just shirtless. There's a
shirtless.
Kleenex
Too bad.
box there, in a very specific
Precariously.
placement. The problem was that not only so this is the view from the bed. That's the sink on the other side of the mirror. So this is the bed. The sink is on the other side of the mirror. And the bathroom, the toilet, and the shower on the other side. And it's got the little shitty roll door, right, for the bathroom.
Yeah.
Glass door for the shower. But then it's got an open air top like a stall would in a public bathroom. So
Why?
even when Jen was in the shower and I was like, I can be loud and be fine in here.
Yeah.
I opened it up and I could see it. I'm like, well, fuck, I'm not going to do this to her.
Why? What hotel?
Hit her
was
with the
this?
mustard gas while I'm in. No,
What am I
no.
supposed to
say.
do?
Oh my god,
What am I
that's
gotta do?
what a weird.
People are, I've said this for
design.
years in all of our travels, that just hotels are too cute with it.
Yeah,
They're all trying to make a style. Like, I'm
Yeah.
here to fucking drop off my shit, literally and figuratively,
Yeah.
and go to sleep. And that's it. Like, I don't need it to be open air concept and whatever.
No, utilitarian.
Sink in the middle of the
Have you
goddamn
ever
area.
seen, did you talk about the sink? The sink dials, instead of just a normal just faucet pull, is a circle that you move like a mouse pad left to right. So poor James is looking at me going, how do I turn on the sink, Mike? I go, let me show you. I moved it like
I had to do a YouTube tutorial on
It
it.
was literally that thing where I got there. Jen had already gone down or whatever. I checked in late. I got up there and I started unscrewing it and unscrewing it. And finally I'm like, this can't be right. Screw it back on. And then like, jam it in. Like it's Flight of the fucking Navigator and I'm
What
using
are we
that ball
doing?
to fucking make this
What are we
spaceship go.
doing?
Knock it off.
Museum of the
Hotels.
Academy Awards, unbelievable. What a beautiful venue that was, right? Whatever it's called.
What is it? It's the Academy Museum, right? Not Academy Awards, but the MPAA.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Like-
They had Jaws above one of the escalators. That
That's
was sick.
dope.
The giant shark coming right at you. That was cool.
That's
but we
super
got
cool.
up.
That's a great experience.
Most breathtaking view I've ever seen in my entire life. They have some sort of weird dome patio to the left where they held the big event. And we went up an elevator to an escalator, and you walk across the way to the dome, and all you see is the Hollywood Hills, the Hollywood sign off on the right, and this giant Xbox sphere in the middle of it. And it was the coolest vibe around. It was super sick. Glad I didn't dress like Adam Sandler to it because I almost did.
You looked great at this
Almost
event.
did.
Looked
I
great at
did
this
dress up nice for that event. But yeah, just an all around. I mean, 24 hours, it flew by. We were moving. It was a great time.
All right. Well, hey, I did not expect to get the download on this podcast.
gotta
I thought we were
talk
going to
about it. We
save it.
gotta
I'm
have
sure
fun.
we'll save it for part 2 next week when Tim is Andy on, because I want to hear their perspective on this as well. But Mike, thank you for. I needed this in my soul. I caught some of this happening over the weekend.
Yeah.
Saw different things, but I'm glad that you were here. And I want you to know, and I say this with absolutely no kidding whatsoever, I 100% believe every word that came out of your mouth, and I will not doubt it when Andy rebucks everything.
When
single
Geoff
thing that
Keighley
happened.
becomes my friend at the end of 2024, you heard it here first. Remember that.
From your
Maybe
mouth
2025.
to the video game god's ears. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Kind of Funny podcast for your week. Remember, we love you very much. Please consider backing us with a membership, or if not, just subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment in the comment below. We will do part 2 of this probably next week, where we hear even more crazy shenanigans. But until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.